Hey friends, how you doing? So I'm on a little bit of a drive, sitting in a little bit of traffic, and I figured I'd come hang out with you for a little bit. So just went on down to the Rollin King and bought a few trees. Got 6 actually. I wanted more, but one, I don't have a truck. And 2, they didn't really have some of the things that I wanted. So I ended up getting 2 apples. 2 pears. No, that's not true. I got 2 apples, 2 peaches, and I got 2 plums. And so I did want some pears. I didn't have room for it. They had them, but I just didn't have room for it. I wanted some cherry trees. That would have been really nice, but they only had the flowering kind of trees. They look pretty, they smell great, but man, they don't feed you. I want some stuff that feeds me. And so they say the best time to plant a tree is something like 10, 20, 30 years ago. There's like a Chinese proverb, but you know, and then it says the second best time is right now. And so I say so a lot, and so. Maybe by the end of the video, I'll have a pair of jeans. I'm gonna plant 6 trees, and I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to produce, but it gets the ball rolling. I'm living in a suburban stead. You might call it a city stead. Got a ½ acre, and I want to make it do everything that I can do, but I still have the intention of coming out of the city. The cities are where all the sin is. Cities are where the violence, the drugs, the crappy schools, all that stuff, you know, and I'm done living there. I'm trying to get my family on board. We'll see what happens. It's my mission, and I'm dedicated into doing this. But I was listening to the audiobook by Joe Salatin. He one does the pasture-raised poultry. He's got all kinds of great ideas. But I listened to an audiobook. It was called something like "You Can Make Money Farming" or something like that's the name. But it was very enlightening, and one thing he said was, you know, if this is what you want to do, like, just go ahead and start now. So right now, I've already started the laying chickens. Right, if you have layer chickens, they lay eggs. So I've been doing that for a year, and I've learned a lot. Now I am already doing meat chickens because, you know, I want to sustain myself with the meat, and so I'm embarking on that adventure. And also now I am going to do a little mini orchard, whatever you want to call it. So I'm planting some fruit trees, and we'll see what it does. But you know, I would like to do all these things in a larger scale on a different piece of property outside of the city. But there's going to be a learning curve to all that stuff. And personally, I don't want to waste my money on booze. I don't want to waste my money on useless entertainment when I can work hard, feel proud about, you know, what I've accomplished, and grateful for what God's blessed me with. So that's what I'm going to do. It's pretty interesting. I was just talking to a guy named Ryan out at Rollin King. He was new. Didn't really know much what was going on because he was so new. But, like, you know, we were just talking. And so I was telling him, man, I was telling him a lot of stuff. I'm kind of losing my train of thought. And I was telling him, like, well, whatever you got to do, you just got to start doing it. Make plans and make it happen. Because, oh yeah, I remember. Like, don't waste your time with things that aren't productive. yes, you can be amused by playing video games. Video games are fun. When I was young, I played video games. Looking back, I wish I didn't waste all that time playing video games. So it's kind of like the Bible verse where, I can't even quote it right now. If I meditated, I probably could, but I just don't have time to do that. Where it was, you have to transform your mind. You have to renew your mind. You can change your mind. Okay? Changing your mind is not like going to the store and saying, I'm going to give me some dill pickles. You go up there and you realize, you know what? I'd rather have sweet pickles. That's not what changing your mind is. Changing your mind is making a conscious decision about what you want to do, and then going after that. It may not be something that you want to do, okay? But you can change your mind, and then you can transform your mind to do the things that you want to do. So maybe you want to sit around and play video games all day. I'd rather do that than, work really hard. But then again, you can transform your mind into say, you know what? X, Y, and Z is bad for me. So I'm going to make a conscious decision to do A, B, and C. And I'm going to do it in a way that I'm going to have joy. And I'm going to put joy inside of the things that I'm doing. Because those things are going to, whatever, they could be profitable. I could be healthy. It's going to lead to more joy long term. And so I'm going to do those. So that's the thing. Like, you transform your mind. Choose the things in life that are better for you. And, there might be a little bit of a learning curve, but that's not the word I want to say. I don't know. Just like for a little bit, it'll be like, ugh, right? But eventually, you're going to get into it. You're going to like it. I use the example, like when I was young, I didn't like carrots. I made the conscious decision that, carrots are good for me. I need to eat vegetables, so I'm going to start eating carrots. Well, it didn't take long. I learned how to cook carrots. I learned how to, eat them raw and all this other stuff, and they're good. I enjoyed them, and it didn't take long. It could be like exercising, right? Exercising's brutal the first couple of weeks. But then you get to the point where it's just like, man, I gotta exercise. I need to get that energy level. It's weird. At first, it takes all your energy, and then all of a sudden, you just have extra energy reserves, and you're gonna feel better. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's renewing your mind. You make the conscious decision about the things you're gonna do, and you want to be productive. And so, I got some trees because I want to be productive. I like the idea that I don't have to work really hard every single year to plant a garden if I can get a little bit of trees. Or a little bit of fruit off the trees. So that's what I'm doing in this case. But you want to be productive. You got to stay productive, my friends. You don't want to waste time. It's like how Timothy Brindle says, you think you're tilling the garden? No. He didn't say anything about that. He said, you think you're killing time, but time is killing you. So, be productive, you gotta get things done. You gotta do the best you can with what you have. Right now, the best I can with what I have is, I'm blessed with a ½ acre in a decent neighborhood. Do I want an off-grid property? Yep. Do I want to get off the teat of the water company? Yep. Sure do. I could use not one drop of water. I'm still going to pay at least $120 worth of water bill, sewage bill. They just have turned on things, right? That sucks. And so I know that I want to get out of that system. And so Pastor Joe Fox from Viking Preparedness, really wise guy, and I remember remember like back when he was, I don't know, a long time before, he didn't really have an amazing number of subscribers. Well, I subscribed to him, and he just kind of changed. Well, no, he affirmed a lot of the stuff that I was thinking. Sorry about that. He affirmed a lot of the stuff that I was thinking. My stuff is falling. We're spiritually, right, do the whole Bible. And but he said something recently that just really stuck to me. And I'm like, man, I've been doing that my whole life. So it's like you got to work both plans at the same time, which I would submit to you that more than two plans. You know, you got to have a plan A and a plan B, and you got to work them both at the same time. And so right now, my plan A is, well, I have a place in the city, suburban, whatever you want to call it. So I have a place right now where I can produce food, I can collect water, I can raise some meat, and I want to learn all those skills. So while I'm here, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, I'm saving my money, I'm planning, and I'm being on the lookout, and I'm trying to get knowledgeable about areas, about where I want to go. So I want to farm, you know? And so I'm working out both those plans. So that's what I'm going to do, just staying productive. What are you guys doing right now to be productive? What are you guys doing for this upcoming year? Because if you ask me, times are just getting harder and harder. Money's being inflated so much that it's just becoming worth less. And yeah, you know, you can stock your food, and you can do this and that, but you know, as soon as you cut into your long-term food supply, the clock is ticking. And in the spirit of being productive and doing what I can, I want to be as self-sufficient as I can. You know, I want to produce my food. I want to have a way of acquiring water, at least from the point of where I am. So if the water comes off, the water turns off or stops working for whatever reason, I can get some water. I'm purchasing solar panels now. You can get solar panels for $100 now at the time of this video. So I'm going to buy some a little bit at a time. What do I want to do long term? Long term, I want to be off the grid. I want to be responsible for my own power. You know, I want to be responsible for my own water, my own sewage. So, like, I'm planning for that, but I'm still living in the now. So I can't deny where I'm at, but I want to keep planning for the future. So leave a comment below. What are you doing right now to plan for the future? What are you doing right now for this upcoming garden season? I'm going to plant some trees. I hope I'm going to do it in a good location, and I hope they're productive. We'll see. At this point, guys, I don't think I really have too much to say. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and just let me know what you think. Let me know what you're doing, and take care, guys. Bye.